Hello everyone. So once again, we have a big Capcom bundle from Humble, this time including all the Resident Evil games. So it's a pretty good bundle, although price-wise, it's probably not the best, but we have a lot of Resident Evil games. In fact, all the mainline games are included in this bundle. So let's quickly go over this. In the $1 tier, we have Resident Evil. I believe this is Resident Evil 1. Resident Evil Revelations, which is like I think a spin-off type of game, and then Resident Evil Revelations 2 Episode 1. So 3 items in the $1 tier, which is not bad. Then we go straight up to $10. Here we get the previous 3 games that were in the $1 tier. We also get Resident Evil Revelations 2 Deluxe Edition, Resident Evil 0, Resident Evil 5 Gold Edition, and Resident Evil 6. So $10 gets you all of these. Not bad like some of the other Resident Evil games. Now, the next one is a bit of a jump. It's straight to $30. However, this includes all the latest Resident Evil games, including Resident Evil 3, the remake, Resident Evil 2, the remake, Resident Evil 7 Biohazard, Resident Evil 4, and a coupon for Resident Evil 5, Resident Evil 8, Village, 50% off coupon. Now, these are quite expensive even on Steam. So let me just quickly show you. Over on Steam, Resident Evil 2, base price is $40 and it's gone down to 60%, which is about $16. So you'll still pay $16, and it's also not great in terms of regional pricing. So it's $800 here in India. Resident Evil 3 is the one that came out a year later, a year or so. And this is also not cheap, $40 and $935 in India. Although in the US, it would still be $16. Here in India, the lowest is $935, which is about $12 roughly. Resident Evil 7 is the one before that from 2017. This is a little cheaper, but even at its cheapest, it's $10. So if we just look at the prices for these 3-4 games, cheapest this has gone is $16, $16 for Resident Evil 2, $10 for this. So that's $32, $42 for these 3. And then this, the lowest this has gone is $5. So $47 for these 3, these 4, I mean. So yeah, it's a bit tricky to recommend this one, but there are 2 things you have to consider. Capcom isn't great with regional pricing. Capcom is also not great with discounts, being a Japanese publisher. So this is not a bad bundle in terms of the usual Japanese pricing. Compared to the other bundles that we got, in fact, the one we got last time for Capcom, where we had Monster Hunter World and we had DMC and all of that, this isn't as great. But if you are somebody who's interested in getting into the Resident Evil games and you wanted all of the games, this is not a bad deal because you get all of it. Now, for me, I've only played Resident Evil 2 because I got it free with my graphics card when I bought it a few years ago. And I liked it. I've never played any of the Resident Evil games. I don't care for horror games, but even so, I love this game. So I've been trying to get the newer ones. So Resident Evil 3, maybe Village, but they are quite expensive. The regional pricing isn't great, so I haven't been able to get it. So let's see if it has all the games. So we have Resident Evil 0, Resident Evil 1. Then of course, 2 is the remake, 3 is the remake, 4, 5 Gold Edition, 6, 7, and of course 8 is not included, but we get a coupon. So yeah, for me, I would say if you are interested in the Resident Evil games, get the $30 tier and get all the games. If you are just somebody who's interested in checking out the series, then get the $1 tier, you get 3 items, some 3 games, not bad. And if you are looking for some of the smaller, let's say, games from the Resident Evil games, $10 will get you all of this. This is like the big one, these 4 games, the latest ones, these 3 basically. And these are the expensive ones, and they're not that much cheaper. So yeah, it's a bit of a mixed recommendation. Like personally, I would say, unless you want all the games, then maybe skip this one. But getting all the Resident Evil games together for $30, if you consider it from that point of view, then it's not a bad deal. Anyway, as always, I'm partnered with Humble, so I have to mention this. So the link below in the description is my affiliate link. You can also adjust the donation. So that's the best thing about Humble is you can choose where your money goes. So if you click on adjust donation and go to custom amounts, it'll show you how much of the money goes to each of the parties included. So you have the publisher, which is Capcom Japan. Then we have a charity, Direct Relief. You have Humble, of course, and then you have me. And you can see majority of it is going to Capcom. So if you wish, you could, give me a little more, maybe add a bit more to charity, give a bit more to humble, make it more even for all four parties, up to you. So yeah, this is like humble is the only one that does this, and this is a very easy way to support people like me without having to pay anymore. So anyway, that's the humble Resident Evil Decades of Horror bundle. I think an excellent bundle purely for having all the Resident Evil games in one. Value wise, maybe not the best. So let me know what you think of this. If you're going to pick this up, at the very least, you could consider getting the $1 tier and, trying out the Resident Evil games. But yeah, thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.